few tiers to ensuring would be a welcomed addition to the quality content that the network provided on a regular basis. "Incoming," Rod whispered out the side of his mouth, and I turned to see the group I'd been observing heading in my direction. William was more reluctant than the others to approach where Rod and I stood. "Well, if it isn't Ciji Sinclair in the flesh," Waylon crowed, with an outstretched hand in my direction once they were close. I couldn't help the grin that unfurled across my face as our palms met and he gave my hand a little squeeze to accompany the megawatt smile he sent in my direction. "Girl, I've been waiting to meet your ass ever since Rock told me about them finally nailing you down to film this show. Congratulations, by the way. I can't wait to see what you got going on. Shit, we might have to do a crossover at some point." An annoyed snort sent my eyes back in the direction of his brother briefly, who was still watching me intently. With a quick eye roll and discreet suck of my teeth, I redirected my attention back to Waylon, slyly saying, "Well, you know what they say. Ain't no fun if the homies can't get none." "Hey, yo," Waylon said, laughing uproariously as he shook a finger in my direction. "I like you. You're quick on your feet. You haven't met C yet either, right?" He put a hand to Sienna's elbow, drawing her from where she stood next to the freckled cutie and closer to where we conversed. "Oh, please. You know I haven't met her since I was just over there fangirling before you suggested we make our own intros instead of waiting on Rachel to be our liaison." Sienna rushed out before grabbing both of my hands and squeezing them. "Sorry. I'm about to go full fangirl, but I am obsessed with your work, CG. Like, you have no idea. Ain't I, babe?" She turned her head slightly, and for a moment, I thought she was referring to William when she'd said babe, but the other man with them spoke up instantly. "She definitely went on the deep dive into your whole life at one point. She could probably tell you your mama's favorite color and your kindergarten teacher's maiden name," the man cracked as he moved closer to us, which caused Sienna to shoot him a murderous glare before returning her attention to me with a sheepish grin. She let go of one of my hands to slap him across the chest. "Shut up, Kurt," she trilled before turning her attention back to me. "He's exaggerating, but I am a fan, a massive one of your design eye and philosophy. So this is an honor. Girl, this is about to be a mutual stand session because I love your eye for design as well," I said, removing my other hand from her clutches to brush her off. "I know you ain't sitting here talking like you shouldn't have been the real winner of Let Me Put You On. Timmy was my boo and all, but I was rooting for you from the first project." A quick cringe covered and left her face as she and her boyfriend briefly locked gazes, and then her mouth dropped in shock. "Wait, you watched Let Me Put You On?" Sienna asked. "Absolutely. Quiet as kept. I'm a low-key Preston Brothers stan and will watch anything they have a hand in," I mock whispered conspiratorially. That was my truth. I had spent countless hours with my television on CanDo TV on a lazy Saturday or Sunday afternoon, watching back-to-back episodes of Let Me Upgrade You. I kept telling myself that it was professional aspirations and the product they put out being good that kept me tuning in, even to the reruns. But that was a whole ass lie. If I was watching for the plot would 100% be William Preston. There was just something about the real estate broker that really made my motor run. At least there had been, until today. Waylon was still cool by me, but that William could kiss my ass. Or, truthfully, he could eat my ass because as much as I wanted to be upset about the antagonistic energy I was getting from him, a larger part of me was even more turned on by him standing here live in the flesh. I thought the way that the brothers usually dressed on their show was shtick, but it must have been close to their actual personal style, as William stood mere feet away from me looking edible in a charcoal gray